Hey yo, people! Sorry about that. Let's see. Make sure you can hear me properly over the music. Let me know if I need to lower the music or anything though. If you can hear me at all, that is. All good? Splendid. Let's kill the music in the game though. Well, I'm probably going to lower the music a little bit. There we go. Splendid. Let's see. Alright. Let's head in game and check out the area we're going to work on first. Well, let's wait on the CK to load its references and whatnot. It's a big 25% off. Star Wars 13. What is Star Wars 1313? Oh, some map. Hey, Glitch, how you doing? That's fixed. Nice. But yeah, this is an area we're going to be overhauling and pretty much redoing mostly today. Or, not necessarily redoing, the layout I think is quite alright. It just needs a lot of polish, this place, as you can tell. This lovely little island here. Ah, okay. That sucks. Yeah, we'll be tackling this little Mori island here. This shoddy ass little place. Yeah, it needs a lot of love. It's been untouched for like a year at this point. I think someone just did a layout and then we're like, yeah, I'm done. But the layout is on there at least. Just a lot more love needed. Which is what we'll be doing today. Ooh, whoa, that was funky. I'll have the rest of the map over there somewhere. Oh, nice. Yeah, I loved visiting Seattle. It was cool. I want to go back soon. But yeah, this ain't gonna do. Just getting a lay of the land. Haven't been here for quite a while personally. On this cell area. Got some residential showed over here, I believe. Yep. Yep. Almost got phone line set up and like it's a good base. It just needs love. So let's give it that, shall we? Set into CK because it just loaded. This is fine. Mori Island dock. That's perfect. CK is gonna be lovely and loading slow. The devs know I'm in voice text, so or in voice chat if they want to join in, say hi. Ah, yes, LOD is perfect. Not broken at all. Love it. Let's start by the first very simple little thing here. Getting the roads on the right swap. Let's kill the markers for now. I think they're saved on Twitch, as YouTube keeps muting them and whatnot for the music, of course. But over on a Twitch channel, you can watch a lot of them at this point in life. I don't know how long the archive is, but it's quite extensive. Well, that didn't work out, did it? What's up, Rhino? Yeah, we can't wait for it to be done either, honestly. It's gonna be nice getting this out eventually to all of you. So, first... Oh, nope, no. First, let's do a FOC Island ESP, so we get that save real fast. Check pallets, yes. Then let's swap the music to something more working like. Now we'll wait for them check pallets to pop up. There we go. How I started as a level designer. For me, that was way back in the days, around Oblivion's release, and I just wanted like a house, pretty much, because I didn't like any of the existing ones, and I thought I could make something way better. Of course, I couldn't. I sucked ass back then, but that's kind of where it all started for me. And after that, I've just been going forward, just continually developing my skill and whatnot. But it's a long process to become a level designer, honestly. It's a lot of heavy work. How many people have worked on this? I'd say since about 6 months after announcement, we've always been around 100 devs. But that, of course, not 100 people working as much as me or the other leads do. People coming and going when they have time and whatnot. Cascadia is a, full like Cascadia is a total conversion full full set in and around the Seattle region. So brand new story, brand new systems, gameplay elements, custom story, NPCs, companions, weapons, whole shebang. And of course a new map, that's the big one. Now, this area I like this style. Nah, we're a brand new thing. Okay, this annoys the shit out of me. We got fixed instantly. Let's zoom in. Cool. It's perfect. So let's see which side of the Blood Island we should start at even. We say northern or southern side? Well, we could start on the southern side and just work our way up, actually. Might be a wise thing to do. Let's do that. So, gonna roll to forest for underscore dr. All objects. Edit, let's see. Still like that. And MC. Second, I don't know what it's called. Apply to NMC. Sure, let's use this one for now. Copy these. Copy those. Yeah. That's the one I wanted. Sweet. Our Discord channel is discord.gg/Fuller Cascadia. Simply. We've been blessed with a custom invite, so it's quite easy. Of course, I could. Let's see. No. Hold on. Let's see if I can figure out how to actually post in our chat. I can give you a link. Alright, so. Hang on. Join chat with the devs, ask questions. Always someone there. No, there won't be many settlements around, in that sense at least. Kinda did away with that idea. Settlement system, or the way it functions in Fallout 4, doesn't really work with the way we got our lore set up and whatnot. I mean, he wasn't lying. He's 36 times among the landscape mesh detail, which is what he said. Then people decided to be like, "Oh, because everything's gonna be tab 60." Cool. delete those later. Copy ours right now. And here we got our Viggy as well. Assuming he wants to say hi.
Yeah, I'm here.
There we go. Our lead level designer.
No, I couldn't tell if it was on the stream or if it was live.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let's go with that.
I couldn't tell if it was on the stream or if it was here.
Ah, okay.
In this one.
Not super happy with full FS, no. Had the game gone free to play? Yeah, possibly. But, no. It's 28:22 in the night.
Vic is too smart for us. Yeah.
Vic is too big brain.
Why can't I click anything?
I don't know. Have you tried clicking hard enough?
It was bit mode.
There was one?
I was in nav machine mode.
Ah. Oh yeah, in Bergmars.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 hour behind. So you're over in like Finland or somewhere? Rauno Gold Cup, maybe? Sounds a bit Finnish. I can see that being Finnish. Oh, so fun this. Fixing material swaps and oh, my lord. I know borders mod fixed FPS, no clue. Not use that mod or really know what it is either. If anything, it sounds like one of those mods that removes all the borders.
Or settlements.
Yeah, which means it probably broke a lot of shit that's trying to optimize the game. Which means you probably had something before that broke the stuff trying to optimize it. So by breaking something, it probably fixed something even worse being breaking. If I were to guess. Because that's kind of the only thing I can think of when it comes to those sorts of mods. Nice. I haven't given a Need for Speed game a play in a few years by now. Last one I really enjoyed was, what's it called, like Most Wanted, I think? For like the PlayStation 2. That was a good one. Oh. cool one. I really like that one. So something real funky has happened to all this area. Like parts of Mori seems to have not been killed and corrupted. While some other areas, well, they just simply didn't fat as well. Let's start up the beach real fast. Right now I'm in the region of Mori Island, a little separate island on the western side of the map. Or like the most west you'll get, pretty much. Gonna give it a bit of a facelift. It's not in a great shape right now. No, it's further into the timeline by 2329. So civilization is slowly getting back to the point where it's gonna kill itself again, gonna around that time period. Someone's been on more and like tried fixing it, real fix like, but by kind of trying to do something, they also really fucked it up. I mean, I don't know how else to put it.
Let's see.
So, Vicky, what are you doing right now?
Reading chat. I don't think Twitch is showing up in the restream.
Hey, Dad? Hold on, hey. Twitch people, are you typing over there? Twitch people, are. Let's say.
Yeah, there was a VS Winter saying, "Damn, you're doing a great job."
That's funky. Let's see if we can fix that. Let's see, restream chat, launch chat app, maybe? Okay, now it's saying for both of them. Okay, I had to refresh, it seems.
Maybe I'm just using an old one, like an old link.
Okay, let's see if your message now pops up in Twitch.
At least for me, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them
Alright.
either. Huh. The fuck? Why would it? Why? I can't believe you've done this. Because it says it reading from both channels, eh? Hold on, we're doing some technical something here. Hold on. Technical science, maybe. Let's see. Help center. No, I don't chat. And then open in browser. Pling plong. Pling plong. Hey, thanks for the follow, Winter. Hold on. Test. Why does it hate Twitch? That is a grand question, actually. Interesting. Well, okay, we'll sort that out then. Let's do this. I'll pop out the chat. We'll keep it there. That's funky.
Yeah,
okay.
That works as well. Like
Yeah, like it'll
both
have to
channels.
work that way. Since it apparently doesn't want to show as it should. Okay. Huh. Groovy. Cool. Well, we've solved that at least. Now I can see you
Yeah.
lovely Twitch people as well typing whatever you're doing over there. Okay, yeah, now I can at least see Sable's message in their Twitch on my little pop-up at least. Where the hell we are is on Mori Island. The most western section of our map, pretty much. It's just a little island, some fun stuff on it. And it's been neglected for too long. So, for those of you who were here, like, what, a year and a half ago, it's pretty much Bridgetown 2 Electric Boogaloo more edition now. Where we're just gonna sit here and do this until this shit is done. Or as far as done as we're gonna get it now. Oh, that'll be so nice to see in action, yeah. Still waiting on the meshes for their new armors, but it'll be so nice once they finally are. What does this say here? Hold on, let's find this. Store, I think. Sure. I guess this is the store. Yeah, okay, looks like a store to me. Cool, I can live with that. Neat. Ah, yes. Boat. Here's some default land generation as a paid Vicky. Look at this shit. One cell has been generated with a default trainer. Fuck. Oh hell no. We ain't gonna release this until it's done properly.
There's some Far Harbor buildings in the remix set if you want to copy those.
Nice. Yeah, I got a bit more to do on the landscaping first before we even get into that. Because, well, the landscaping I ain't doing too hard. And now I managed to do one of those, ain't those? Later, like, yeah, no, you wanted us. Let's see what it looks like when I'm foggy. Well, foggy is very foggy. Okay, cool. Misty? It's a bit better. Cool. Nice. Let's go on this one for development. It's one of these. Okay. So, tilt it a little bit. The red here is marking for a road, pretty much. So what exactly is it for then, Asla? Because I think I might have another answer to that question. Or rather, it has more than one purpose and one usage area. See if you can think of what other area would be. What you could use coloring around for. Yep. Sure. Yeah, man. Two clips of the past broadcast with no voices on them. I'll let's take a look at that. Cheers, Abel.
Yeah, where the fuck is our past broadcast? Like the second you sort by all, it like shows all of them for a millisecond and then they disappear.
I'll take a look at that later.
All videos, view. And it's just the one that's live right.
I mean, it's always nice letting people get a bit of a like preview, first look of what they'll be getting. And also, like, there's been a few times where I've been streaming and people will be like, why don't you just do this instead? And I'm like, hey, that's a good idea. Look who's got a brain. Because you can kind of get stuck in your own tracks after a while, especially when doing a bit of longer sessions, like today will be. We just keep going, and eventually, like, you're just doing the same thing over and over and all over the place. Like, you don't realize you're doing something very dull as an end product. Because your brain is just in such a groove of like, yeah, this is what we're going to do now. This is all. No more. No less. No, it's 2 for me here. I'm an hour after you, Hasla. You got your time zones flick, boy. Sweden's to the left. If that helps. 1 year? No, it's 2019 OA as far as I know. Otherwise I missed something. Yeah, it's 1 hour earlier here. As in, we're 1 hour after you. 1 times 3 for you times 2 for us. Right to left. Well, like this, when you're in 2020, we'll still have an hour of 2019 left. If that makes it any simpler. There we go. 155, yeah. What's this funky little building doing here? Might let it live. We'll see. It depends a little bit on what the area is. Like, the entire world itself, the layout and whatnot, is taken from real life. But then in some areas we kind of like just ditch and redo fully. While some we try to stick more realistically to. Yep, we're working on the world right now. Right now I'm in the early phases of this little map, or area of the map. But I'm kind of like just blocking out and figuring out where everything will be. And doing the bit more dull work, so to say. But it's work that's got to be done, so. No, NPCs yet. We'll do all that way later. Gotta get the world laid out and why not set up regions for level scaling and shit. Then we do NPCs. Otherwise, you got a hell of a work to fix later, pretty much. It's just logistical crap. But how the engine function won't it? We don't give any percentage or guesses and whatnot. It'll be done when it's done. We're further to the goal line than we are to the start. Without any consolation. Of course, looking at this area, it might not seem like that, but trust me, everything does not look this awful. Some of it is even worse. That's usually where biggies been, though. Nothing biggie. I'm just roasting you, don't worry. It's cool. I find doing the quests worse than doing level design. But then instead, there's a lot more level design to be done than quests. Like, this little area is quite a large area to level design, but it's a very, very small area of the map all in all instead. All in all, there's about 100 active devs at any given moment. And by active, like contributing at least once a month. Then we have some devs who are far more active. Some who are a bit less, who only pop in once every other month or so. But it's all we can ask for people. If they want to help, they help. And we'll get there eventually. Which is kind of why we can't either say like a timeline. Because for example, if say Viggy here were to get really sick or get a full-time job or something, like we'd lose a lot of productivity just in losing Viggy. Same goes for me or the whatnot. So it's all very fragile in that sense, like how much is getting done. a single dev vanishing can be a big hit to the team. Yeah, the Disco's been a bit quiet. Probably a bit to our own fault. But we've also kind of just been... Like, we've always been more in the focus of, like... Publicity and, like, PR and whatnot is secondary. We rather just kind of keep grinding a lot of the time. It's kind of the same reason why we haven't put up a trailer in, like, a few years by now. Because I'd rather just see us keep grinding and whatnot than be like, oh, now we're gonna spend a month and a half doing a trailer or whatnot. Alright. It's possible it will, yeah. That's usually what happens to the streams. I get taken down for like, oh, you used music. That wasn't boring, so now you can't watch it. I'm like, okay. One of these days I will set up so I can listen to my own music and just have something else nice, little chill rolling in the background for you guys. So you can actually keep the streams after I'm done streaming, but for now it'll be.
What happened here?
Who knows, Vingy? Who the fuck knows?
I put an effect into a layer and that paused the animations.
Good job. Proud of me. Whispering. Like a child to me again. Oh yeah. You'll be able to go into the biggest city that's ever been in this engine. Cascade. Bigger than anything you've ever seen before, pretty much, in this lovely little engine. It's my behemoth, baby. Oh, it's one of these little fuckers. Okay, I see. It's a small island you can get to through swimming, yeah. Sorry, my voice dying there, Christ. No, it's Muddy Island. It's on the most western area of the map, pretty much. Any more west and you're off the map for this. So what the hell is this? Be gone. That I can see being there. To you too, Vingy. Oh, that's the wrong one. Christ. To you too, Vingy.
Did you answer Scavenger's question?
Yep. Will there be a soda special to Cascadia? Oh yes, there will be. Hold on, let me bring you something over. Hey Joe Shift, how you doing? This island is going to take a while to make pretty, isn't it? Christ. There's another great use for vertex paint, by the way. If you ever need to make something a little bit darker, just grab like a light grey. And voila, here you go. No, it doesn't scream as extreme, that one.
Do you have a public Discord server?
Yes, we do. Let me toss you a link on that one. If I can remember how I got back to the Twitch or the Fallout, the YouTube chat. Christ, use your words, Flynn. You know them. That should be right. Does this island need a lighthouse? Yes, it does, and it even has one. Over here. Aha.
Should I change the weather so it's not so dark here?
Feel free to.
Like
I
it's
think
it's
Silverfox
using-
might be working on a specific one for it though.
Yeah, maybe.
But what
I don't
climate
know.
is it using right now, this world space?
Cast Pacific Clear. So custom one.
That's the climate it's using.
Yeah, it's the climate is called Cas blah 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 climate, but the weather type it's using is Cast Pacific Clear.
Which would be this one. I mean, yeah.
It's like a really dark.
See ya, Joe Shift. Have a good day. Or have a night, or whatever in the world, yeah. Oh, this area looks like shit. Deutschland. You should see a proper area. I mean, at least that gives me encouragement when people think areas like this look good. And I'm like, nah, this is fucking awful. Don't look at it, please.
How the heck do I add? Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Should I just change it to Commonwealth Clear?
I changed it to whatever you want for now. It's just for dev.
Yeah.
There's probably one come later, sensor. I still need to look into if I can displace the entire world space and rotate around so you actually get the sun properly. I think you might also, but say for now, look where the sun rises and just clear out some trees. Because I think the sun is also like 99% blocked from the bloody trees. I think that might be a valiant effort
What?
too. Hey Sean, how you doing?
There we go.
Did you fix it? Or did you fuck it up?
Yeah. I swapped
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Did you fix it or did you fuck it up? Yeah. That could really go either way.
Well, I can't talk and think at the same time.
I know. Will there be any special raid groups, or will it all be the same as Boston? There will be, or pretty much all raid groups will be custom, very specific to their own, all have a law. I think the plan is that we're going to use one generic raid group for like, where we don't really have anything else. Like for, kind of like just out in the forest, you might run across some just random raider Drago dudes. But otherwise, they're all, like the map's kind of split into raided territory, or there's a map which we've split into where different groups of the raiders are. And like, they're all unique traits. Like I think we shared concept art for one of the groups, which is the grinders, which are these like psycho coffee jet dudes that just kind of live in the old roastery for beans. And they kind of just chill and drink coffee and kill each other and people. So they'll be fully fleshed out factions pretty much. And I don't think all of them are even hostile by default, unless you get a bit too nasty with them. Ah, thanks. Also, as for how the game's coming along, we're closer to the goal than we were to the start. And progress the last few months has been really good, honestly. We reworked a lot of internal stuff to ease development and get access to more content and the like. Why not? And we got a lot of things there. But still, super mutants, even if the super mutants will be a very like they're an actual faction rather than generic meatbags who wants to punch you to death because I don't know, you exist kind of. So they'll have quests and whatnot, but you can of course just say screw you, green fuckers, and blast them all to hell. Thanks for the follow there, China Losing. Can you join a raider faction? I want to say yes, but I can't actually say yes because I'm not 100%. I know there's a few quests related to a few other like factions and whatnot, or the raider groups. So I think so, but I wouldn't be able to confirm that 100% here or now. The NCR is still around, yes, of course. Yeah, couldn't get rid of those nasty bastards even if I tried to. Well, I mean, the NCR has a presence in the game. They absolutely do. And they have a quest line and whatnot. But I don't think they're as big as part of a main or part of the main quest as people might hope them to be. What kind of new NPCs and whatnot? I mean, aside from all the new like specific raider gangs and whatnot, as far as creatures goes, we got, let's see. Oh, if I can type. If I can type, we might be able to look at some of them. Otherwise, we might be screwed here, sadly. There's him. Got a little lazy little bastards. We got these cute little fuckers. And then we got some floaters, which I haven't merged in yet. Got those from The fried turkey, fantastic dev that one. As well as another creature on the way, which is not ready to be shown off yet as far as in-game models one goes. But you've seen concept art of it. I think also there'll be foxes as well. Yeah, fox. Has the Fallout 76 game caused you to modify, change storylines? No storylines has been changed. No. There's been some content tweaks and whatnot as we've found stuff that we liked in gameplay and whatnot from 76 to kind of like yoinked it over into our own version of the game with some tweaks and whatnot and stuff like that. But no, I don't believe any story content has been edited based on 76. And if it is, it's been very minimal, at most like a reference to something 76 or someone. Whether it's an alien spaceship? Hold on, I'll show you something that should give you a bit of a hint. If I can find it on it. That might be a hard promise actually. Let's see. Components, what was products? No. Here, maybe no. Hold on here. Yeah, this would give you a bit of an idea. Yeah, Wild Wasteland trade. See you, Aslo. Take care. I assume it's going to have a custom model set from Fried Turkey or another model. We're still not 100% sure how I'll handle that or what we'll do with them. They will be edited in some way, whether that be a new model or some like a texture change or whatnot. We're not 100% sure on yet. What is the most tedious part of the world to build? Downtown, without a doubt. It's a slow process because there's a lot of bits and bobs and a lot of careful planning to make sure PCs don't explode and the like. Am I Flynn? Yes. I believe so. Miggy, can you confirm this, please? Am I Flynn?
What?
Am I Flynn? Asla asks here. Do you know?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I am. Cool. Thanks, Miggy.
Yes.
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 Miggy has confirmed, so we're all good now. there been a large departure from previous Fallout games such as snow working, computer summon, something like that? Not that I know of, no. Like, even though it would be relatively realistic for the extended time frame that we're in and whatnot, it's one of those, like, realism versus gameplay. And, like, how much do we actually lose from removing all the terminals? Answer, fuck loot. Yeah, Viggy's got a bit of a pervy voice.
Just so you know, don't eat the Ferrari cars and drink coffee.
Okay,
It doesn't mix well.
that's Viggy's public message to the world. That's his PSA for today. Tune back in tomorrow for Viggy's life pro tips, I guess. Don't eat Ferrari cars and drink coffee at the same time.
I mean, if you have some at home, you can always try it.
I mean, Viggy, I don't know what sort
So
of
you can-
bourgeoisie life you live, but not everyone has a few Ferrari cars they can go chew on at home. Is there any specific part of the car we should watch out for? The tire, bulbs, seats maybe?
No.
No? It's just the entirety of the car. Don't do that and eat coffee at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Someone who's better at math than me can figure out how many years after the bombs fell this is, but we're setting 2329.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, I know the
But
year, but
I read somewhere that it's 40 years. But I don't know if that's
no,
true.
that's not true, Vicky. The bombs fell 2077. We're 2329.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, 40 years after Fallout 4.
Yeah, that might be true.
But that
Will it have a coast vibe like the Far Harbor DLC? This area will. Since we are at the coast of the world, pretty much. 259. Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
Oh, if you go just to the other side of the fucking harbor here, you can see like a more done area.
Let's wait for the
Dash point.
Right, here's
That's
our
more like-
trademark forests. This is what you'll see. What's that?
Yeah, this is like a more Far Harbor area.
Yeah.
I
It's
can't
like
even
the coastal areas are a bit more Far Harbor like, of course. Yeah, here for example. Once this all renders in, it'll be fantastic. You'll see. Don't worry. Slowly come now. Please, please, please. Is this road literally not connected, Biggie? Did
look
someone
how
give
steep
up
it is.
between these areas?
Yeah, look how steep that area is.
Yeah, but I mean,
So it's
like it's
gonna have-
half a cell. Someone just gave up it, didn't it?
Yeah, I haven't worked there. So.
Between like Nuka World and the Fallout 4 overworld, I'm gonna assume you mean overworld here, like the map. How big is Cascadia going to be? I mean, I assume that's what you mean, Skeleton. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Also, Kane, Shoninobi, and Vicky, what are you talking about over there? What are your secrets? They're typing Chinese over in the bloody Twitch chat.
No, he was
No?
asking how we are.
Aye.
Then I said fine. Then he asked if we talk Japanese. Then we said a little, but
Ah.
can't type.
No, I will not show Beargrass. That's the start of the game. We're keeping that one very secret. Almost as secret as Cascade. Or the main quest for that matter. New files? Yeah, I'm curious what you mean by new files. Okay. Okay, so like how big the map is compared to Fallout 4. Hold on, let me see. I have a picture for this somewhere.
I think it's pinned in the questions and answers.
No, it wasn't. That's the thing. Ah, here we go. Here.
I know it's pinned somewhere.
Black space is Cascadia map. Playable map as well. Should be cited.
And we have less water as well,
Yeah.
like on the player.
Yep. So what we have here is Fallout 4 plus most of the LED areas. So rather the black area will be all the playable space. No, it's more Tesla, like almost pretty much twice. So this area is the playable, and all this is cut from Fallout 4 pretty much. What's looking that way? And each like spin around gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's Flan who's working.
Yeah. Is the map upside down? No? No, I don't think so. Otherwise, Christ, we've got a problem. No, it's north to south. Or south to north. Whichever way you're flying. I'm sorry then, grilled you. It ain't gonna be possible for you to play this. Because I think we actually didn't put in the map the right way up. I'm sorry. Maybe we can fix that in like a special version for you. Oh no, you're Australian, aren't you? So that would be the right way up. That's why you need the map upside down. No, it makes sense. Okay, yeah.
Like the yoke and an arrow above our heads. What a shame. I will read that in DC Denton's voice. He was a great man. What a shame.
Shame. Oh well. Get a new one. Oh, Vicky, look at this. I've got one of them. A red error.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks so good. I'm like hyping it up right now because I can't see it without delay.
Light screen radar. Bethesda, you broke a nerve. Show me you. Will there be many new weapons? Oh, so many. I'm pretty sure it's like plus 25, if not more. There just keeps coming new ones. And like, we've got a lot that aren't even implementing yet. They're just sitting, waiting for implementation. Which is, of course, my fault. That too. That's kind of a recurring theme when it's like, yeah, it's not done yet. I'm like, sure. Yeah. It's just a marine around. One of them underwater boats. Oh, tree sailing is coming. Don't you worry about that. Will you have other mods you recommend playing with Cascadia? No. We won't be putting out any recommended mod list at all. We're kind of covering everything. If it's something like a feature, for example, we think is good, we'll implement it ourselves. Or if it's like we like the style that NMC took, or NMC, I never remember. Took style for his ride, so we reached out to him instead, and we're like, yo, Gib, please. And he's like, sure. And a lot of mods straight up won't work with Cascadia at all without some heavy patching, because we're reworking pretty much every backend system ever. Since we got the XDI implemented, a skill system, traits, perks, degradation of armors and whatnot. Nah, Satan ain't that experiment at all. What exactly tree sound is, you'll find out in game though. Yeah, weapon or armor degradation is back. I'm sorry. I know everyone's not a fan of that. I believe we might be nice enough to smack in like a MCM option so you can disable that. And I'd talk to the dev who's doing it, but we could possibly do something like that. If not, I'm sure people will quite soon be like, yeah, no, we don't like this. Remove. And someone will make a mod and upload. That's the nice thing about modding. We add something you don't like, toss it out. Yeah, Shadow's been slaving away for that for a few years at this point, getting it nice and working. And even now, it's still not 100% correct. No, the NCR isn't one of the choices in the main ending of the main quest. They have a bit more of a passive position in the Wasteland, as far as like law and interactions go. But they're to observe and check out what the thing is doing. The NCR is out west, not in DC. Are we in DC? Biggie? I'm confused now.
We're in AC.
We're in AC? What? Atlantic City?
Yes.
Really? Oh, we're ditching this for building strippers.
I don't even know what DC is, or what DC stands for.
District Capitolium, I think.
Maybe. Isn't Washington State right next to us? Or isn't this what?
I think we are in Washington State,
in the state.
but Washington D.C. I believe is Washington District of Columbia, maybe something. But we're in Seattle. If there's any confusion about that for a boy and his dog. What do you mean about other stuff than skills and perk? Well, I mean, there's other systems we're adding in and changing. And I mean, even with just skills and perks being re-implemented as we believe they should be, that changes pretty much every mechanic in the game, all along there. Yeah, no, you're looking for Nav and his friends. We're the Seattle one. So, for those of you that are actually American, what does Washington D.C. itself stand? Like, what does the D.C. stand for? Oh, no worries, boy. I mean, I get confused sometimes. Like now, what does D.C. stand for? I want to say District of Columbia.
Just to break the ice, I think it's the power they use. So we use AC, they use DC.
I thought we used Volt. Oh, fuck. Okay, District of Columbia. Alright, cool. The grilled moments were first to the money. Sweet.
Don't think that's ethical.
Grilling moments? I mean, that depends on how you grill them. Like, are we talking a roast as in, like, not the cannibalism roasting way, but rather like, you know, when you have like a big old, like in The Office, a roast like that, where Michael just told everyone they were ugly and horrible, kind of, after being told he was ugly and horrible. Because, I mean, I can see that being a type of grilling. Yeah, now we got off track, I'm sorry. Maybe you shouldn't be doing things together like this. It always is. What's Full of Cascadia? Full of Cascadia is a full tilt conversion coming for Full of Full. It'll be set in and around the Seattle region, with a brand new world about twice size of Full of Full. Full new main quest, full new backstory, skills, perks, and 1 hour returning. Whole shebang. Brand new game, effectively. New companions, everything. Any new wolves? Yes, there will be plenty of new wolves. I say, and can't actually figure out how many, so I'll say there will be more than one new. I also doing Wilderness around Seattle or the inner city also. Yeah, we're doing all the way up until Snoqualmie Falls, pretty much. On the eastern side. And we're also doing downtown itself, as you can see over there, the skyline. Of course, my LED right now is beyond fucked. But I don't know what I did. But yeah. Now, DC and Washington State is not the same thing. I think. Although my American geography is kind of limited to where Vegas, Seattle, and New York is. So actually, don't listen to me. Space needle, you say, huh? We might have one of those, I think. Maybe, yeah. Well, we got a space needle here. Vicky, did we ever fix the LED for the space needle? Does it actually appear or let me know?
I think it stays in the LOD, but
does.
you can't see it from. You can't see it from the same distance as you can see sky rises
Okay,
or high
so we still
rises.
need to fix something with the model
What
now.
is this?
Sky rises, yes.
Yeah, find out the thing I've been nagging about. Like some LOD stuff have unlimited range.
I'll have to figure out that
Yeah.
one day.
Saber will have to figure that out.
No, see, that's one of those things I think I'm gonna have to figure out for Saber, because he's gonna be mad eventually. And be like, nah, I got more important shit to do. Then he goes off and does math or something. Fucker. He's like, oh, I'm busy. I'm doing math. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. You grow your big brain. New types of robots. Yeah, we'll be building or adding in some preset ones around the map as we have access to the Automatron DLC. Are you guys arguing about where Seattle is on the map now? What's going on in there? Yes, Northwest Commonwealth, correct. That one I knew. Big road. I'm gonna fix this for guys. Okay, just making sure. Y'all behave down there. I know how roughhouse YouTube comments can get otherwise. How many waterfalls? I've seen 4 around the map, but there's probably more hidden somewhere and more to come. But I've come across 4 of them myself. That's kind of the nice thing about just running around the map. You always find something new. Like the other day, I was just running around and I found a massive like trailer park area. I'm like, oh, okay. Actual chainsaws for lumberyards. Chainsaws. Can probably do that. Bye, Asla. Sorry for all the questions, but will Seattle be very primo like New Vegas? It'll be more like Boston. Definitely more like Boston in that sense. Oh, Pike's Place is gorgeous. I believe we have the Mylark boiler in there, I think.
Yeah.
Although I might be lying. That has happened.
The assets from Far Harbor should work well in Pike's Place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a diner there with like the what is those called? Like the floating.
The boyos.
Yeah. We have those and like fishnets on the walls.
Yeah. Pikes was such a cool location to visit in real life. Man.
Yeah.
You haven't been there, Vicky.
No.
Oh yeah, it was cool.
But when I go there, I'll be like, oh yeah, around that corner there is like.
That was kind of weird when going to Seattle for the first time. Like, I recognized so much without ever being there before. I'm like, oh yeah, I should go down here, because then I'll land up in the right place. And I'm like, this make feel so odd knowing.
I'm thinking about staying in Kent when I'm visiting.
No, you
I
want to
don't know
stay
how-
in Renton, Vicky. Remember? Our Kent is not Kent.
Is it? Yeah, but I wanna like real Kent. The hotels is so fucking cheap there.
Aye.
It
You've
was
already
like
been looking at
8,000.
hotels then, you bastard.
Yeah, it was like 8,000 for 2 weeks or 1 week.
8,000
I
for
think
a
it was
week
2.
sounds...
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks.
I mean, I think I
That was
paid
like-
like 6 for the week and what 3 days I was in Seattle, and then I lived pretty much downtown.
Yeah, that should be worth it, but like 2 weeks in downtown.
Yeah,
That was like 16k.
yeah. Vim or Nuka-Cola, neither. Look at Sarge, the drink that fights back.
I'm a cola guy, so I would say Nuka-Cola.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hey, hey. Destroyed the whole thing, Viggy. I sounded all cool, and you're like, oh yeah, no, I like Coca-Cola.
You try to be neutral.
Hey, no, we did our part as neutrals.
Cannot confirm nor deny that I like cola.
Jesus fucking Christ. And this is why you and I should not stream together. Will there be super mutants? Yes, there will be, but they won't be like in Fallout 3, or Fallout 4 for that matter, where they're just generic filler meat bags to kill, or to be killed by. Yeah, Queen gave a good there. ROC is the Republic of Cascadia. And they hold the fortress town of Cascade as their ground. They're also like the main faction in the region, or they're the guys who claim they own the area. Pretty much. Setting game is the one we're doing so far. Who knows? Maybe it looks like ass. Wait, hold on. The fuck is this? Okay, I apparently have like 12 bloody files right now. It's funky. Hey Baker, how you doing? Can you be king of the mutants? I don't know, so. I'm not sure actually. I know you can help some mutants and befriend them quite heavily, I believe.
Yeah, this is the problem with being like us. We have like 5 versions of everything in our heads.
Yeah. Will there be a Brotherhood of Steel? No, not active. Are you gathering your reference material just from online sources for Washington? Not necessarily. We have a lot of devs who live in the region who's been doing photos for us and whatnot. Where will bulk caps come from without Nuka? In law, there was actually never stated that Nuka-Cola was the only bottle cap accepted. Like any bottle cap worked. It was just that Nuka-Cola became the most common one. As long as it's a bottle cap, it was fine, pretty much. Gotta fix that. There's something still wrong with my LED, like big time. Yeah, there's still a noise test there. Sarsaparilla bottle caps are accepted as well. Hold on. It's just a bottle cap.
I didn't really pay attention to if there was different caps.
Nah, it's all the same bottle cap. I don't.
Oh, we should make.
Well, actually, there's a quest. I can't remember which game it is, but someone actually has like a bottle cap press and starts crunching them out. But then eventually someone gets like a bit suspicious where this wealth came from, and the problem is the bottle caps look new as well. Like a bottle cap can quite easily be viewed as, okay, is this 230 years old, or did someone just press this out in their garage? No, I don't think the Enclave will come in and chat everyone to death and liberate the wasteland, no. Cool. Island's getting there, finally. Oh yeah, that's the one it was, yeah. Yeah. But no, that's been tried in games before. Problem is you end up getting caught. Because, well, we kind of stick out eventually. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Baker Days. Hey, thanks for the follow, Kano Hashinyobi. Maybe. I'm not sure. Viggy probably can pronounce that name far better than me. Seeing as he's a bit of a weeb himself. Is there the possibility of creating settlements like level 4? There will be places where you can build your settlement. However, we are ripping out a lot of the settlement mechanics of like... I mean, the general idea of settlement. As in, we'll rather have it be like you set up a base for you and yourself and your companions instead of these 86 people who for some reason would love nothing else than to live in your wood shack.
Yeah, I remember that from a past stream like over a year ago. Why would they come to you, your shitty settlement, when they can go to Cascadia or...
Yeah. Well, there'll be a lot more military bases. There'll be quite a few military bases around the map. And just side posts and whatnot. As we figured, like, being Seattle is kind of like the first big American city you come across if the Alaskan frontline falls. Figured it probably would make sense to have one around. Okay, Skeleton asks, what is going to be the two main cities in Cascadia? Example, DC had Megaton and River City, Boston had Diamond City and Goodneighbor. I mean, Cascade is the main city. Then as for which one would be, like, the secondary big one, I can't really say. Because I don't know which one it would be. What do you think, Biggie? Sinkhole, Kent, or Bridgetown?
What? I didn't listen at all.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. See what I have to deal with, people? This useless bastard. All day, all night. No, but, like, all the games have had, like, two big cities, kind of, where Boston had Goodneighbor and Diamond City. DC had River City and Megaton. We've got Cascade as one. Which one do you think will be like the other big hub people go to? I kind of want to say Kent. Both because it has the option of a player home. And like... It's cool. Like it's starting hub. And it's kind of located.
I guess Sinkhole and Bridgetown and Kent.
Yeah.
It's because I can't really think of any other... Like there was settlements in Fallout 4, but I didn't... They weren't towns. It was more like 4 people living in a place.
Yeah. I mean, the other one would be, what's that, like the... Was it a cannibal place?
The Grinders?
No, not in our game, for fuck's sake. Like in vanilla, like that pre-war place that had like the goat test. So like in...
Oh, in Fallout 4. Oh.
Yeah.
Not Covington, but Covenant or...
Yeah, something like that.
Let me see.
See you, Forza 88. Yeah, Covenant. Yeah, it is. You were right, Biggie. You don't need to blow your brains out there. Calm down. Wasn't that what they were? Weren't they the cannibal people? Or am I messing them up with someone else? Hold on. Covenant full of fool, let's see.
I know that you uncovered some big secret, blah blah blah, but I can't.
Blah blah blah. Okay. A small village broadcasting, boasting pre-war architecture. Sometime blah blah blah. Ah, they just murdered the Sins. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I might have gotten Andale and Coven mixed up. I know it was something with these fuckers. Huh. Yeah, they're nasty. I never liked them. I think I just blasted them all shite when I entered their first time. I think I got some question on the goat test wrong, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you gotta leave." I'm like, "You ain't gonna touch me, man." Yeah, I was wrong. Y'all got me. Shite.
That's the perk of not saying anything. I can't be wrong.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to build in your player homes like home played. Like the only things we will restrict what you can and cannot build are things that physically don't fit in at all. Like you won't be able to smack in a bloody water purifier of the grandest size in your little house. But other than that, like anything decorative and shite, pretty much. So what happened to this poor house? Was the rest of it gone? That house we'll look at later. It's not doing too good right now, I think. Yeah, pretty much, Taco. Like, if you want to fill your house with 28 blinking lamps, go for it, kinda. Like, it's only, like, if it's gonna allow you to really, like, glitch out or screw something up badly, yeah, we'll disable it. But otherwise, nah. Never saw the point in, like, disabling specific things, because, like, no, you're not allowed to build that lamp inside the house. I'm like, no, why? Todd, why? Todd. Yeah. Is there a way for the public to donate to the mod team for website cost or something? No, we don't really take donations, both because it's a bit of a legal hassle and like the costs of running are quite small, truth be told. Like website and service, it's less than like $200 a year or something. And then at that point, I'm happier to just pay that out of pocket instead of having to deal with like all the extra shit that comes if you want to set up like a Patreon or something like that. It's just a little. However, if you do feel like you want to donate $10, do so towards the Seattle Children's Hospital, because the money's far more better used there than for us. It's less about them getting their lawyers. It's more so like, even if like we can take donations for the website, we can, but even then there are a few things we have to do and like just some setup step, and I just can't be arsed. Nor do we need that. Of course, remember Adam. Adam was the best. Adam's art was oh so good. Really defined Fallout 3. I'd recommend give the article Journal I wrote about Adam a while back a read if you're interested. He did a really good job of capturing Adam and what he meant to the studio. There'll be a bottling plan for Sarge soda. Been worked on last few weeks actually by one of the level designers. I mean, I said it's one of those. It's such a small cost from the start that, like, I don't really see the point. But if people really do wanna, like, toss us $1 or $2, just toss them at Sells Children's Hospital. That's what we did when we did. Was it 72 hours we did? Like we did a 72-hour live stream, and just took in donations that we forwarded directly to Extra Life with a goal for one of the children's hospitals in Seattle. Because it's for my use. Kids needs games, you know. They got them. What's been your favourite level to design? Pure fun. I gotta say Bridgetown was a lot of fun. Because I did that town in like a crazed manner. Like pretty much 2 streams, each of like 8 or 7 hours. And after that, the town was already done and needing clutter. That was a lot of fun actually. Maybe the reason Bethesda doesn't want to remake Fallout 3 and the Force engine is because... Nah, it's a lot of work. First of all, they'd have to re-script everything, and they'd have to start paying out for all the voice acting once again. A lot of assets would need either being remade completely or having a lot of manual work done to them. Because back then, the engine didn't use specular maps, I believe. So it'd just be a fuckload of work. Like, more work than people think, I'd say. And they did make a lovely tribute to Adam in the last Creation Kit, or Creation Club, sorry, update. The GNR one, where you can actually find a pseudo recreation of what's it called? Of Adam's like desk corner, where there was a lot of his art hung up on the walls and little lights and whatnot. That was pretty cool. It would be a double-edged sword if they introduced a new engine. I don't think they ever will, because they don't need to. And now before you'll start screaming and doing the usual angry engine dance, so to say, just hear me out. With 76, we know Todd said there would be, what, 16 times the detail or something like that, I think. He did also specify that it would be 16 times the amount of detail for the landscape, which it is. Like, believe me when I say this, I'd love in a heartbeat to be able to use the engine they use for 76 instead of this, even if they ripped out the multiplayer and threw it in the trash. Because the engine has so much nice things it offers.
Yeah.
Like the global illumination system, even if it's just a partial implementation, it's a lot better than this. Same with the physical based rendering they use for all the assets. Oh my god, that would be a blessing. Instead of the pseudo PBR mimicking we have here. As well as just those 16 times the landscape meshes, or details of the landscape mesh, would be phenomenal. I'd love that. We'd be able to do so much small, very minute, cool things that right now just are hell. Like the trenches all over 76. Those suck ass to try and do in our engine. Or in this engine. Not our. Like a lot of things in the engine don't need, or like a lot of things need help and love, they do. But it's nothing that calls for a brand new engine, because that would be a multi-million-dollar project. It would take them a few years before they got something fully usable. And they'd have to retrain their entire staff, which is a fuckload of work.
Yeah.
Like even watching the modding community, when Skyrim came out between Fallout New Vegas and Fallout and Skyrim, they changed the scripting language we use to make quests and whatnot. I mean, even that alone, which is a very small change in the overall scheme of things. I'd set us back a lot. It was a big, not hit or blow, but a big difference to recognize and get adapted to. And a new engine would be that on every single aspect ever for their internal team, which you set the game to constant rain, you have realistic weather. So as a fun fact, it rains more in Boston than it does in Seattle. Oh, it seems like that, absolutely. Like, it rained 2 other days I was in Seattle. But, like, on a graph, it rains more in Boston. I think the thing with Seattle is it's very, very often very, very light rain, and even more often it's a lot of, like, fog. What's the current status on companions in Cascadia? Specify a bit more, what do you mean? Like how many there'll be, or if there'll be any, what do you mean? And I'll be able to answer that one a bit better. As far as I understood, Boston just gets more rain all in all, simply. You'll be able to join and work with NCO, but they will not be one of the factions you can end the entire story with. How many companions? I'm not sure on the exact number myself. I'd have to check with the writers. But I believe at least one of them has been one I know has been spoken about publicly, and that's the Fox Companion, which is kind of like our version of Dogmeat, because the dog is busy somewhere else. How long I've been here? Pretty much since the start. So a few years by now. I might be coming in for my, 4th or 5th year? I think I might be heading into my 5th year here now. I think. Fuck. Shite, it's been a while. Biggie help. Are the companions going to have their own likes and dislikes / personal quests? Likes and dislikes, I don't know how much we've decided to use that system. But they will have some preferences and whatnot. And they'll all have their own little quest line and whatnot, yeah. Because that's a nice feature. I like that one.
I'm having a bug where the layers just disappear.
Like, do they disappear from the layer list, or do the layers themselves unrender?
Like the layer lists.
Can you at least force them back by reloading it?
I don't know.
Try that.
I'm gonna try F5.
Oh no.
I know it's like tied to the cells.
Yeah.
Let me see if reloading.
Christ.
I thought F5 only reloaded the random window, but it's reloading everything. Yeah, now the layers are back.
There will be a lot of quests. As far as density, not sure what you mean. Well, there'll be a lot of quests. I believe the main quest alone is somewhere, like all in all sides one night is like 25, or one side is like 25 quests or something like that, I think. For that, yeah. We're trying to go somewhere similar to now, yeah. It's like all areas will be as populated with quests and whatnot. I think the minimum we said is every town should have at least, I think it's 15 quests. Like everyone. And then some areas will of course have more. Some will have just that, or then there's faction quests, and then there's like the misc random fuckers who come across here and there. Then the companion quests. Yeah. It's a lot of quests. Yes, the repetition system will return rather than the karma system. Will companions have permanent perks or play it for each max affinity with them? I'm not sure how we're planning to do that right now. I think something something along those lines is planned. Can you explore underground Seattle? That depends. How fast can you run? Because the Sneedle lives down there. And well, Sneedle kind of likes to hunt. So I mean, if you can outrun the Sneedle, you can explore as much as you want. Otherwise, your trip might be cut short. So to say. Yeah, and Puzzleon is starting to look better. You can't kill the Sneedle. He's our baby. He just wants friends. He's been down there a while, okay? Hey, thanks for the follow, Gizmo Manning. Hope you're doing good today. Are there any creatures from the 76 the team is making their own versions of? I'm weirdly partial to the mole people, because, you know, mole people. Not really, unless you count, like, the floaters. But those we had to start on development long before they were announced at 76. We've kind of had to limit ourselves with the amount of creatures we want to do. Whilst we can get them modeled and whatnot quite fast, it's the, like, animation side and implementation that's a massive bottleneck even for us in this engine, because it's such a extremely complex process. Yeah, the Sneasel had a mascot back in the day, and I think we were talking about, like, creating a mascot for the Space Needle, and we just were like, okay, so what's the Sneasel look like? And we googled, and then we found that thing, and we're like, okay, we've got a horror boss now, perfect. Hey, thanks for the follow, Toby Spuds. Yeah, no, thankfully they've taken the Sneasel out of commission as far as mascot goes. It wasn't there when I was at the Space Needle, at least. Happy with that. Is my mic kind of fussy? What? Hold on. Okay, let's try now. Is that any better? Yep, it's all good. Cool. Yeah, I unplugged the mic back in again. Not sure what happened there. Got a bit cranky. The legendary system we're pretty much ripping out. Never liked it. Felt it sucked. Was quite boring. So don't expect to come across it simply. Too loud, okay. Any better now? Are there any Easter eggs? Oh yeah. Oh yes. Is someone with me? Not that I know. Viggy? I mean, Viggy's here, but he's not.
I don't know either. Do you have someone there?
Apparently I'm too loud, they say. Hold on then.
Yeah, you are. You should stop screaming so much.
I'm not. I ain't screaming, Viggy. That's just when you get me all excited, you know?
I hear two voices now.
Yeah, that's because Viggy started talking. That's supposed to be.
I think... I don't know, for me, the volume is fine. I think like...
Are you the problem? Is this what you're telling me?
I think I'm the one that's too loud, maybe. I don't know. That's the hardest thing to check in streaming.
Oh yeah. The holy plasma. Jesus Christ. Yep, play through them all, pretty much. Oh yeah, pinball rifles, I believe it's all modelled and done. Not sure if it's been fully implemented yet though. Any aliens alive or dead? I believe... Yeah, he looks dead to me, sadly. He doesn't look healthy at least. Personally, I like the Fallout 4 designs better. I don't know. Like, not many things I prefer the design of from Fallout 4, but the aliens, I don't know, I just like them better.
I remember finding the alien ship, like back in the day.
In Fallout
That
3
was one
or...
of the...
Yeah.
Yeah! Fallout 3. That was one of the coolest fucking things.
You see, Viggy's had a very disappointing life, so for him that was the pinnacle of excitement.
Wood fire doused. Oh.
Oh. Celery, man. Biströ, bang bang.
I hope that's one thing we can do with the fucking, like, cooking fires. I don't think they emitted light.
That we can do easily, yeah.
Yeah.
That's super easy, actually.
Yeah, that's one of the things I didn't pay attention to when I played. But that I sort of found out later. They don't emit light. I don't know why. I think some do.
Yeah, like I remember some of them doing that.
Yeah, but I have found some that doesn't.
I'm gonna
So,
guess that they made a pack-in later into development for them that did have the light.
maybe I don't know.
If I were to guess, at least. Would make sense. It's like, yeah, not the first batch of them did. Just a little bastard.
I'm trying to find an asset from Far Harbor, but I can't find it.
With that, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break or so. Go grab a smoke and something to eat. But back to you. Hey yo people, we're back. So let's swap the stream back on. There we go. Fuck's sake, Wiki. Jesus.
Sorry, no mouth breathing on stream.
No mouth breathing on stream now. What are you doing, kitty? Tear apart my room, aren't you? Probably. That fucker. Almost up something. See what's on coast. Nah, he's chilling over on a shelf. He's not close yet. Maybe when he comes closer, make him make some noises. He'll eventually get over here. Oh nice, he's watching me. Waiting for his time to cause mayhem and havoc. Yeah, could you come on? Nah, he's sitting over there.
You need to do the pss, pss, pss.
Psst, psst, psst.
Not the sk, sk, sk.
Okay, it's the psst, psst, psst. Okay, sorry. It's the rivalry between you guys and the Fulham Miami. No, we got several devs who's
Yes.
fuck's sake. No, we got several devs who's in both teams, and we're hand in hand with them. Do you think it might come out by the end of 2020? We don't really give any guesses or estimate. Anything could happen really. This is what volunteer based. We could have 10 devs have to leave because school or work or something, and that would set us back fast and hard, kind of.
Yeah, unless it means Miami, then I don't know. I almost ate a Ferrari car again.
No, Viggy, you're not allowed to do that on stream. Whatever it is you're doing, you're not allowed to do that.
I'm looking for the asset I can't find.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
the sound I
sorry
make
about
when I'm
Viggy's noises. Oh, cat just left. Crap. No cat streams today, sadly.
There's a seller called Far Harbor Boat EXT.
Ah, yes, the boats. Yeah, most of the Walt experiments were designed to see how extreme conditions humans could withstand in preparation for like a space journey. Whatnot. Although I'm not sure with the whole like one tiger and 60 people how much that would be a problem during traveling to the moon, but you know. But I mean, you never know. There might be some moon tigers or something. We don't know. Dark side of the moon and all. No, I don't think we've made anything publicly available, or much at all, regarding the Drifter and the reasons for where they are.
Yeah, I think we only revealed the name.
Yeah, pretty much.
I need to listen to the writer's podcast again. Maybe I should just link it
Yeah.
in the chats.
People want to give
Need
it a
to
listen.
find. After I scrolled past all our updates.
Nice.
Let's see.
Do you think there are going to be problems in Starfield because they will use the same engine? Nah, don't think so. My main problem is I don't remember seeing the Starfield trailer, even though I know I saw it. Because we were playing E3 bingo, and we had like, what was it? If you got a bingo to do 5 shots, I think.
I don't remember.
Something like that, I think. And like 3 of the bingos were basically like, if they announce Elder Scrolls 6, you'll get a bingo there. If they announce Starfield, you'll get another bingo. And they like if they announce something Fallout, you'll get another bingo. So when we saw Fallout, we were like, okay, fuck, that's 5 shots. That's bad. Well, I mean, there was a little like that little 1 minute little video thing they showed. Not really a trailer at all, but you know. Yeah, a small teaser thing. Rather, sorry. But then they were like, okay. They're like, cool, sure. We survived the 5 shots from this and whatnot. And then Todd's like, oh yeah, by the way. And they smack up Elder Scrolls. We're like, oh fuck, another 5. And then came fucking Starfield. We're like, well, it's time to get drunk. Here we go. And that's kind of the last I remember from that E3. I think this year's E3, or 2020, will be a good one as well. 2019 was a bit lackluster, mostly because it's kind of like the generation shift for consoles. So many studios were like, no, we're not going to show anything. Because can't show anything for the new console, so we're not going to show anything at all. Yeah, Valve's new looks amazing. And a new power armor, yep. Ah, yes, Big Link to nice one there. Definitely worth a listen, those. Something like that, yeah. You see someone good. I am curious what the other like flagship VR things Valve has in production are, because they said they had 3 of them. I mean, a Portal VR, sign me up, like yesterday, please. Because that, oh, sounds so good.
I guess it would be really hard keeping up with all the speed. Like when you're doing the crazy jumps and shit. You would break the neck.
It would be amazing. It'll be so cool. I mean, I'd love that. And then like TF3 VR. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Fucking heavy running at you in VR. Oh yeah, you'd probably get a bit motion sick. Tossing cookies. Is that a metaphor for throwing up? Because I've never heard that one before. I like that. Here we refer to as driving the Gustavsberg bus. Because of the way, like, when you're sitting over a toilet throwing up. And all toilets in Sweden were made by Gustavsberg. It's a beautiful little anecdote. There you go. It's possible to change the combat AI, like make NCR more focused on taking cover to fire. Well, yeah, absolutely. That's already been done for the NCR. They're quite clever in their combat. Once we figured out the bug that was causing them to cast grenades 24/7, that is. That was a bit annoying with them. For a while they're like, the only thing they did was just throwing grenades. Like, it hit one of them, and the first thing it hit was like 50 people screaming, "Grenade!" That was interesting. Oh, what did I do? Dumb camera. Looks like Mercer Island. Now we're at Maury Island, actually. Mercer Island is way out of here. Yeah, I'll hot patch now tomorrow, big don't worry. When doing interiors, what do you mean, King? Like, what do you mean with mindset? I believe the plasma caster is coming back, yeah. As for other ones, there are a few more returning. Can't recall all the specifics though. It's been a while since I messed with weapons. We've set out a quite a hefty amount of interiors that we are going to make, with all full detail, properly done. No skimping out on decorating because we want to make more of them. And even after that, we're probably going to keep adding more. Mostly as like, if a dev has time, they always know they're like free to add an interior to a building. If it's not marked to have one, why not? Yeah, pipe weapons won't be in Cascadia. We're removing them. Replacing with other ones. Proper nice, homemade weapons. Not necessarily the gun runners, but like another proper made gun. Less pipe, more actual gun.
I'm doing like a super detailed pass right now.
Yeah.
I can't really continue without that fire effect because it's such a huge effect. Let's see.
Hold on then. So. Yeah. See, let's help Biggie here real fast. What's the name of it, Biggie?
Let's see. Test oil fire ring.
Alright. Yeah. Super simple this one actually, Biggie. Just make a new movable static, name it test oil firing underscore dr, and give it that. Nif path. I don't know how big 76 map is. I don't think we have any actual like size on it. But we are bigger than Fallout 4. I don't think we are bigger than 76. Because that map is massive. See if there's anything else you want. For
The
the
idea was
for the object bounds, you'll want to fill in that data as well. Then set it on local map. Tick that as false, and just for the like editor ID, do test oil firing underscore or add that at the
DR,
end.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good, guy. Is this a realistic, accurate interpretation of Self or is it you guys on smaller version? It's a smaller version because if we were to do like a proper one-to-one, we'd have to get a different engine, pretty much. But we are pretty much using the layout of Seattle, but we have scaled it down and are trying to work with that. Downtown itself is far bigger than Boston though. Because Boston downtown was like deceivingly or deceptively small. If you actually look at it. Yeah. And the engine literally can't handle that big of an area. Oh yeah, Boston was small, but they did make a great job at making it feel big. We're pretty much taking the same technique of how to make it feel big and just making it bigger as well. Yeah, more downtown would have been cool to see, but I understand why. It's a lot of work doing downtown. I can check if there's any more data off to thingy.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it.
I didn't understand the object bounce thing.
I'll leave it, I'll fix that later, don't worry.
I don't see anything where I could input it.
Keyboard count, no, test out, keywords, no. Yeah, no, that should be it, I believe. Yeah, good to go.
Yeah.
There, I fixed it for you, don't worry.
Thank you. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, Diamond City was very, very small. Like, smaller than I think you realize cell size. I think Good Neighbor was about the same size as Diamond City, actual size-wise. As far as content, there was more in Diamond City, of course, but... Charge card. Yeah, I almost got lost trying to get a good number. Good to know that wasn't just me. Like, I'd run around the outside for like 2 years, it felt like. Like, I can't find the door. Just give up. I think Rivet City might have been the biggest. Yeah. Or, the strip is also relatively large if you include interior size. Although once Cascade hits them, it ain't gonna be nothing. Yes, silent protagonist. What the fuck are they then? No type of Pridwin, that big airship. It's something else that's real big and moving though. That makes you happy. I don't think we had that plan, but we can easily set that up. Yeah, Ultras. Something else that's real big and it moves. Yep. Rather, it arrives, similar to the Pridwin. Ah, that's a secret for the moment. Alright, let's head in game and check this out. Once we've done that, I'd say I'm probably done for the night. It's a bit later. Christ. Looks like we have... Christ. Oh well. Okay, go on. Proof. Yeah, I can live with this. It's definitely an improvement from where we started. definitely some areas where I still need to go through, clean up. And it's a good baseline for what we're gonna have here, at least. Gonna fix that house. Probably got another 8 or 10 hours left here. But yeah, no. It's a pretty good start. Yeah, we're planning on putting Easter eggs in. There's a few already around the map, actually. Some entirely just dev-based. And some just generic ones. Tunnel Snake's rule is, for example, painted on one of the assets in the game. Although if someone manages to find that, I'd be quite amazed. But also, for reference, this is what we are. Around here is where the map ends. Ah, it's a nice start. Fuckload left to do, but oh god, I did swap this. Hold on. I almost feel ashamed. It's a deceptively large island, this one, actually. Christ. Are you guys working with Follow 4, New Vegas, Capital Waste and Project teams as in bringing in classic systems weapons? As for the systems, not really, because we're all implementing them differently. But the frameworks we made together with Nyank are all available for the rest of the teams to use. As far as weapons and general asset sharing, there's some between us and Capital Wasteland. But there's very little that really transfers over in a good way. But yeah, with that, I think I'm done for the night, folks. Might be doing some more streaming next weekend. Not sure. Hopefully. But yeah, thanks for popping by. It's been nice having you. Okay, let's do this last one. The chat ring here. Do you think vehicles add to the Fallout games or take away from them? I think they could be great to have, but you'd have to make maps way bigger if you want them to be functional vehicles, as like drive around a little car or something. And with that, I say thank you for today, and we'll see you in Seattle. Bye.